to that boy.
You guys up here 4 times in this building, 110 points you guys have lost by in those 4 games. What's the difference between here and at home?
I don't know.
Just when you thought it was safe to watch the Eastern Conference Finals, the Raptors lay a tyrannosaur egg. Why does this series make no sense? Tonight could be the end of the 73-win Warriors, so what does Golden State need to do to avoid humiliation and beat the Thunder? 2 Toronto players, meanwhile, were out past their bedtime in Cleveland. Fans are upset and will determine if they have good reason. And the crying Jordan meme, a living, breathing organism that is only getting stronger. Can it ever be destroyed? All that and more on The Jump right now. Welcome to The Jump. I'm Pablo Torre in for Rachel Nichols, and I'm joined by 2 expert NBA brains in Karan Butler and Ramona Shelburne. But first, we begin with what is apparently the most controversial observation of these playoffs. Steph Curry is hurt. And I say this not to discount the swarming Thunder defense or the peaking Russell Westbrook, the only superstar who plays with infinite turbo. But Curry's right knee, which he injured in the first round, is still messed up. And one source with knowledge of Curry's physical state told me that it's safe to say that he's far less than 100%, even if Steve Kerr does not want to hear that.
Nobody has said anything about Steph being 70% to me. Our training staff, relatives, friends, sources with knowledge of our team's thinking. This is the reality. Playoffs, nobody cares. Everybody has issues and injuries, and you got to play through all that stuff.
Yes, everybody hurts sometimes, but the point is that the hurt is not always equal. And the reason to highlight Steph's health is not to make excuses. It is to be honest about what the postseason really is. An annual war of attrition coming after an 82-game ultramarathon. It is to point out that this inequality of hurt, due to injury management and random chance and the sheer fragility of the meat sack that is the human body, absolutely decides championships. Consider this fact from ESPN's Kevin Pelton. Only 2 of the last 36 champions had a key player who missed more than 2 playoff games due to injury. Curry has missed 6 such games. And consider this fact from ESPN's Tom Haberstroh. The Miami Heat is the only champion in the last 15 years, they won 2, with the top 3 player who missed a single playoff game. This is not coincidence. This is the game. This is why calling the Warriors lucky last year after they beat a Cavs team without Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love was both ridiculous and valid. Ridiculous because it underrates injury management, and valid because it acknowledges that randomness does exist. And it's also why LeBron James, who's marching to his 6th straight NBA Finals, is vastly underrated, because he's missed exactly 0 of 191 playoff games in his career. So the Thunder's accomplishment isn't any less impressive because Curry is still hurting. The accomplishment just isn't the one we like to think. So, Karan, you've now heard my rant about everything. What do you think the biggest problem for the Warriors is right now?